This is my fourth video covering 5 books, total of 20 now, covering how to use psychedelics to expand your consciousness. This is Eddie with a Mindful Emergence, where Margaret and I offer mindfulness, movement, and breathing practices for healing and spiritual transformation. And most of our work is with plant medicine. So if you look in the description, you'll see the links on the 5 books that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to show you the titles. Plus, I'm going to give you links on the other 3 videos. So you're going to have access to all 20 books that I've given a brief review for. So let's get started on these 5 books. And we're going to start with a book called Psychedelic Cannabis. And I was really excited to come across this book. The subtitle is Therapeutic Methods and Unique Blends to Treat Trauma and Transform Consciousness. This book was written by Daniel McQueen, who is in Boulder, Colorado. He is the founder of the Center for Medicinal Mindfulness, where he trains people on how to use cannabis as a psychedelic. And let me tell you something, when I discovered this book, and by the way, happened to talk to somebody who'd been trained out there, a friend named Dave, I discovered a whole new relationship with cannabis. I have to tell you, this medicine, this plant has taken me places I never thought possible. And I have another video on my channel about that, probably a couple of them. So you can really dig in. And by the way, I interviewed Dave on how to use cannabis as a psychedelic. So if you haven't explored my channel and you're interested in these topics, take some time off. I think you'll find some really good content. But this book goes into great detail on just about anything that you would want to know on how to use cannabis therapeutically, even as a psychedelic. Highly recommend this book. The second book I'm going to talk about is written by Sean Lawlor, and it's called Psychedelic Revival. The subtitle is Toward a New Paradigm of Healing. This might be my favorite book of all on psychedelics. Sean has done a phenomenal job. He spent years researching and writing this. And by the way, I did an interview with him. That link is in the description as well. But Sean talks about so many aspects of psychedelics. Really recommend this book. Book number 3, Cannabis in Spiritual Practice by Will Johnson. Will lives in Costa Rica. I think he's an American. The subtitle, The Ecstasy of Shiva and the Calm of Buddha. And what Will talks about is meditating. There's a couple different approaches. Shiva is really the Hindu god that exemplifies dance and movement and yoga. And the Buddha, of course, taught us how to find stillness and self-awareness, work with the mind, grounding, and so on. So he talks about the 2 different approaches. I'm a meditation teacher, have been for a long time. And one of my loves is how to combine meditation with medicine, meaning plant medicine and other psychedelics. I spent a lot of time on that and teach people. So I was really happy to come across this book, Cannabis in Spiritual Practice. It's a good book. The next 2 books are written by the same guy. His name is Sean McNamara. He lives in Colorado also, and it's called Path of the Golden Teacher. He happens to live in Golden, Colorado. Subtitle, Integrating Meditation with Psilocybin and Other Psychedelics. Wow. So when I found this book, I was really, really excited. So I interviewed Sean, and the book is really great. He talks about many aspects of mind, meditation and psychedelics, and he actually created a comprehensive set of practices that if you want, you can follow. He stresses you don't have to follow his particular practices to gain benefit from this book. But it's a good read. It's self-published, and it's really good on meditation. And then his other book is called Blue Thumb, subtitle, How to Grow Psilocybin Mushrooms at Home. And let me tell you, this book covers everything. I can't imagine what there is about growing psilocybin mushrooms at home that he doesn't cover. He's got 300 photographs. It's extremely comprehensive. Now, I can tell you, as somebody who's dabbled in this type of cultivation. A lot of this stuff is not what I'm going to do. It might not be what you want to do. It's there's maybe some easier methods now than some of this, but if you are serious about growing mushrooms, you can't help but get value from this book, Blue Thumb. So there's the 5 books. So you can obviously look them up and read about them more. I invite you to check out the other books. And if you like this kind of content, you need to subscribe because I'm pumping out videos all the time and you don't want to miss them. So thanks for watching. Give us a like and comment if you would.